Welcome to Top 5 Solo Games. I am J. Allen Riker, horror author and board game fanatic, and this is an unboxing video for Ashes Reborn, specifically with the Red Rains solo expansion, The Corpse of Viros. Now they have a number of, this is called a chimera, so it's a AI enemy that you play against. This is the one that you need in order to get everything. You don't necessarily, I don't think that you necessarily need it. It gives you a little play mat and like a board that's a punched board. But it does come with some dice. They do make a version where you can just buy one thing, but the traditional way to do it is to get the Ashes Reborn Rise of the Phoenixborn Master Set, and then to get the Red Rain's Corpse of Viros expansion. And after that, this one was expensive. This was I got this for Father's Day, and thank you very much. So I got this for Father's Day. Thank you very much to the gift giver. This one, funny enough, was $35. You can see it's a good sized game for $35. It's by Plaid Hat Games, so it has good distribution. This was $40 for this little guy. I guess because it's the more niche product, and they know that they have solo players over a barrel if they want to do deck construction, would be my guess. So, but after that, I think that these, you can get the Chimera for like $20, and you can get the new Heroes, of which I believe there are 6 in here. You can get them for like $10 to $15 if they come with new sets of dice, because that's the thing. This is deck construction, but also it has dice management. If they come with dice, I believe they're $15. If they don't, then a lot of times you can find them for $10. Obviously, your results will vary. So I'm going to use my trusty board game opening knife. This should be minimal. I'm not going to go through. Sometimes I show you all the cards, and I'm not going to really do that on this one because it is a card game. So that would be a lot, and I don't know that anyone would stick around for it. Razor sharp blade. At this point, this is almost the only thing that I do with this knife. Okay. So first of all, the box is beautiful. The Phoenix on it has like a shiny application, which you can see like my skylight and my lamp and my ring light continuing to reflect even after the shrink wrap is gone. It is very nice though. And they apparently store their games vertically, because the images on both sides are. Sometimes they'll give you one side for vertical and one side for horizontal. I store most of my games vertically, so I'm okay with this, but it's probably going to make some other people a little miffed. Now, I've watched a playthrough for this in preparation for playing, and I noticed that their tokens are like poker chips, which tempts me to use my poker chips from my very favorite board game deluxeification. But the thing about that is these are much smaller than poker chips, and it didn't look like there was a lot of space to stack them where it wouldn't be blocking important information. I guess there's the image that you can just cover over. Anyway, we'll have to see. Not gonna unshrink wrap this yet. It's kind of insane that there's shrink wrap on. I've never seen this where it's just one sheet of tokens wrapped in shrink wrap. I have seen had some games where it's a big old stack, but okay. Got a little rulebook version 1.5. So this is like this Ashes Reborn. My understanding, and I did not look into this, that sword looks like He-Man's sword. You know I like that. My understanding is that this game got a like remaster, so this is version 1.5, and it's important to know that because I think it's important to have this version to be able to play with the solo. And if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you are interested in this for the solo play. Okay, so a nice little rule book. It's 28 pages with the round summary on the back. It's got the glossary here. Takes up a substantial number of the pages, so 6 pages. The rule book proper appears to be about 21. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. I watched it play, and it doesn't seem like it's too complicated. I think a lot of the complexity and crunchiness comes from looking at the interactions between the cards. I don't intend to engage in the deck construction aspect of the game right away. I plan to play these pre-planned decks, and oh, look how nice that is. They actually... How nice. Yeah, so you have six heroes, and they have them all in their own individual shrink wrap. That's fantastic. Maone Viper, Cole Rourkwin. I watched Mike at the One Stop Co-op Shop play this, and I would advise that video for like a learning video. I always enjoy their stuff, so that's an easy recommend for me. And yeah, it's a good one. Noah Red Moon, Aradel Summerguard, Saria Guideman, Jessa Nani, Phoenixborn of the Bloodwoods clan. So I'm really hoping that this hits, because I've laid off of buying Marvel Champions because they're going through the mutants, and I feel like I have more than enough mutants. I'm not a fan of those characters. So if this hits, then these little packs are going to be my little impulse buy treats, or the things that get me over the free shipping barrier. Why pay $6 to $10 for shipping when you can get a $10 pack? Okay, so I'm gonna just show one of these just so you can see what the cards are like. So that is your hero card, and then this is the pre-constructed deck. I like the art style. Blood transfer, summon blood puppet. Okay, so I saw something like that in action, where it was a summon rhino in Mike at the One Stop Co-op Shop's playthrough. Cut the string, living doll. So you can get to do, I think, 2 actions each time. You get to do a major action, so that symbol means it's a major action. So casting one of these spells would be that, and then if you have one of these out, I believe that that stands for that type of star, that really little type of star, which I can't even see if I'm getting it, stands for a minor action. So that's kind of cool. Blood Shaman. So this is your edgy goth. You have monsters that you set out, which would be kind of like Magic the Gathering. Blood Archer, Final Cry, Redirect, so reaction spell. Play this spell after your Phoenix Board is dealt damage. If you control at least one unit, choose a unit to control to receive that damage instead. Undying Heart, Blood Puppet. So these are the things that get easier and easier the more of those Blood Puppet spells that you lay out. Cool. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. If you want, so this is the character and you see all the swords Cole has. He's got they're all over his belt, across his back. He's holding like a giant sword. This is one that gets demoed in the One Stop Co-op Shop video. And then, besides the cards, you really just have the instruction book, the cards, and these dice. So I believe each of these characters uses, if I understood the video correctly, and I could be totally wrong here, which is my MO when making these unboxing videos. When I make one about something that I know about, honestly, I'm kind of disappointed because I just love spouting uh, just stuff off the top of my head. So Cole seemed to use two of the sets of die, the black one, and so this is the most basic. This is the medium powered, and this goat's head would be the most powerful one. And I believe that each of these sets essentially has that sort of balance of the three things that provide three different levels. And each of these cards then costs a certain type of die face to cast, with the most powerful cards requiring the most powerful die face to use. So you roll, and then you select how you're going to play what's in your hand. Nice dice, chunky, uh, sharp cornered. Very cool. I honestly am like really. This game is totally jumping the line. But I'm just so excited to get this played. I just played Marvel United Spider-Geddon. I did enjoy that quite a bit, and I actually just shot up a video on that. But I have been. It only stayed on my table for a week because I want to get this out. Okay, let's take a look at this solo expansion. So I've been adjusting to my son's summertime schedule, and then to um, getting some editing work. I'm a fiction writer, but I also edit, and so that's been taking up a lot of time. And then we just cut a puppy, so that just races, especially because I'm often the only one home, and so I've got to keep my eye on this puppy because he seems to want to electrocute himself by chewing through wires. So, uh, okay, okay, so here we have the dice that the Chimera uses. Use a 12 side that gets rolled against a card that tells the possible actions. And then these, as it gets these blood shards or this red rain, which I guess they're blood shards, as you roll that face, which is like a 50% chance, it looks like. Let's take them out. So um, they they start to go up in levels. They've got, I believe, 3 levels of difficulty, where basically you when they accumulate enough of these, then you start over, but they move up a level to a card that has what correlates to the 12-sided die, but it's tougher. So yeah, you've got a 50% chance on each of these of rolling this, and that's what they want. That's what you don't want. The Red Rain's rulebook. So this is the solo mode rulebook entirely. It comes with a special rulebook for the Chimera. This rulebook is intended for players who are already familiar with playing Ashes Reborn. If you are new to Ashes Reborn, please refer to the Red Range rulebook instead. Okay. Some more of these tokens along, though, with these blood shards, which I probably won't use. I'll probably use something else. A lot of times I don't prefer tokens. I'll probably use something from my barrel O cubes, or some red pawns that you've seen in some of my other game stuff. So this is the board that it unfolds. We'll open this and take a look at it. It's an actual, I didn't realize this is actually like a fully finished board right here. I had assumed that it would have had rough edges, but it's got the paper wrapped or sticker wrapped or whatever edges you can see. So that's nice. Yeah. So this guides you, and as you roll those die, you put them here, and then you would, this is all full, you would take one of these and you put it here, and then once they get 3 of those, then they go to their next level. Okay, I don't want to go through this too much. I think that this is the behavior deck for the Chimera. It's got their offensive cards. I do want to show you the behavior card that I was talking about, though, so you can see what happens when you roll the 12-sided die. So, yeah, that's interesting. So it's got one of each of these. I've got no idea what that's about. It's the one of each of the player characters. And here is player aid. Oh, okay. So what I just opened, these are the deck construction cards. So they give you extra cards so you can do some deck construction. Okay, that makes sense. So these are not the Chimera's cards. These are. So, like Marvel Champions, maybe you'll feel compelled to get more of the heroes just to have access to some of the cards if you get really into this game. That's one thing about if they do expansions for Primal, The Awakening. I talked about, if you watch my review of that, I talked about how I thought it could be the next lifestyle game where they just release stuff monthly or quarterly, like Marvel Champions or like Arkham Horror LCG or like Eon's End. But the thing about those is that they are discrete. The characters are there's no ability to share cards between them, so you wouldn't feel compelled to buy an expansion to get the one great card out of it, like some people feel compelled to with Marvel Champions. As someone who doesn't really deal with deck construction that much, I don't have that issue, but I can understand why people would say, I don't want to have a game I feel forced to continue buying. That would be the good thing about this. This game, however, I think might have that aspect, but I don't know that. Marvel Champions has like a database of different um, decks, so it really lets you know what you need. Okay, so this is behavior phase 1. So you can see one, if you roll a 1 or a 2, that's the best. 12 is the worst. 1 or 2 is reveal one of their cards that's laying out. They have 3 cards out. Reveal 1. 3 or 4 is attack, and if you can't reveal 5 or 6, reveal a card, then attack with the revealed card. So, but here, instead you see that 1 and 2 is reveal. On here, only 1 is reveal. 2 is part of the attack, and then if able, if not reveal. So you can see it, and here 1 doesn't even spare you rolling a 1. 1 attack, if able, if not. 1 through 3 attack, if able, if not reveal. So this is the Chimera getting more difficult. Now there are 2 aspects. There are 2 different ways to play the Chimera. Represented in these cards. You can see it's got the image of it, of the creature. And I currently don't know how to tell the 2 aspects apart. I will learn that later. Okay, so that is it. This has been an unboxing of Ashes Reborn, both the base game Rise of the Phoenixborn and the solo base game Red Rains, The Corpse of Viros. I hope that you enjoyed it and it was informative. And I intend on playing this this week, and who knows, maybe longer. We'll see. It seems like there's a lot of stuff to do here, and then getting a review out for you guys to watch. So Thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of your day and keep playing solo.